Hello, welcome to this video. This is the first time I am uploading a video under all my channels, and I never thought I would say that. Thanks to YouTube's very cool and epic new feature where you can do collaborations, I finally have the ability to do this, to finally upload videos on to basically all my channels. I guess not technically, but also technically that is also the case. This is being uploaded on the Gig channel, basically the commentary channel where I talk about things. So yeah, very epic stuff. I kind of wanted to do video for a while now regarding this topic, where basically, you know, I pretty much record a lot of things a lot of the time, and I feel like my friends in real life, especially slash specifically, are kind of confused as to why. Because it's been brought up before in conversations. When actually not really, to be honest. I don't think any of them really care, but like also. I just feel like it would be like a good little excuse to do a video like this to kind of talk about why my main hobby is just recording videos. But I guess in terms of friends, let me get back to that quick. Because like they are not in tune at all with like recording literally everything like I am. Like with me it's just like second nature, but like when I did FGC, it only mainly happened on FGC, Fake Gamers Club, where like some of them, I'm not gonna name any names, but you know, some of them were like, hey, like, why do we gotta record everything? Let's just chill. And to me, it's just like, man, I don't get that statement because we're still basically playing games, right? We're still hanging out, but it's just being recorded. And like I said, it's basically just second nature to me to just sit down and record. Like, yeah, I'm exaggerating my voice. Like, this is kind of like how I talk in real life when I talk to someone normal, but like, also, I'm sitting alone right now. It's not like you know, randomly just start talking like this when I'm playing a game, obviously, like no YouTuber does. That would be kind of just fucking weird. Well, there are people who generally do like talk to themselves when they play games. I do sometimes, not a lot, but I just talk to myself. But like, you know, I'm just trying to say like, in terms of journal and journal. Sorry, jeez. In general, in terms of like being recorded, you know, sometimes people feel like they have to exaggerate the personality, and you know that's not anything good. You know, that's not anything that should really be the case. If you are, you know, being recorded, whether it's like hanging out with your friends or just doing something that you want to do, you know, you shouldn't feel the need to do a fake personality. I think this day and age with online content, it's like so desaturated with like all these fake personalities. When I've done videos, I've always tried to kind of obviously play a character myself, but keyword a character of myself. I think, you know, I try and do like an exaggerated version of myself because, you know, it has to work for the video. Like to some extent, you know, if you want to have an entertaining video for people to watch, I can't talk today. Then you know, to an extent, you obviously should, you know, play a little bit of a character of yourself, which is fine, you know. But I think just in general, it should be stated that if you're going to just do videos for fun, which is the thing that I do, you should just, you know, just be chill with it, you know? Um, but to get into the meat and bones, why do I do videos? Why do I do YouTube? For so long, I really had nothing to show for it. Like, on my main channel, I only have just under 3,000 subs, And it's been that way for the longest time. I've been in the 9,000, I mean, not, I wish, the 2,900 range. And it's been picking up a little bit lately because of YouTube Shorts, so that's very swell, and hopefully it stays that way. But you know, I've had little to no success on YouTube, and I know there's a lot of people who would look at my channel and be like, "Why is this guy always fucking uploading?" Well, not on that channel, but why is this guy still uploading? Like, he barely gets any views. Like, he should just give up. Like, I've had people on streams on my main channel be like, you know, bro's streaming to like nobody, like he's getting no views. It's just like, yeah, you know, I used to really be so hard on myself back in the day, back in like 2017, 2018, like generally that time period in like high school, and a little bit of like a little bit afterwards too, like where I would just be like, man, I'm putting in a lot of effort, and it's just like, you know, obviously some people laughed at that because obviously not a lot of my videos are very edited, but I do generally try, and you know, to some extent, albeit like I don't put a lot of effort into my videos, I understand, but like I sometimes edit them and I'm like, yeah, this would be a good idea. But you know, it does take a toll on you, and especially when I was a teenager, I was like, man, like, why the fuck isn't anybody fucking watching my videos? Like, why are people unsubscribing? Like, people unsubscribing back then was such a devastating blow to my person, like, to me in general. Like, anytime someone unsubscribed, I would look at the sub counter for like 10 seconds and just be like, fuck! Like, that is so devastating for no reason to me other than like, man, that's fuck, that's a heavy hit to me. And I just like took that as like a jab of like, man, like, damn, like nobody wants to, like, I took that as like the person not wanting to watch me or not finding me entertaining anymore. And I remember like I would like just kind of complain about it to one of my friends, and you'd be like, man, like, it's not that deep, man. Like, obviously you're gonna get like a sub back no time with that, so it's just like, you know, they don't worry about it. It's like not that deep. And it's like, to me back then it was like, well, fucking hell, like, why don't people fucking enjoy my videos? Like, I got that bent out of shape over it, to be honest. Nowadays, like, if I see someone on sub, it's like, well, bummer. I'm sorry, but you know, it's like, what can you do? I've seen a lot of people over the years, and man, this is not at all the point of the video, but like, I've seen a lot of people over the years just like, you know, randomly pop in, not a lot, but I see people sometimes every so often be like, yo, I remember watching you. It's just like, oh wow, that's cool. But then other times there's people like who, and this happened a couple of times since like 2019, where like they'll like join like a stream or they comment on a video. It's just like, bro, I don't remember this guy at all. It's like, on an even rare occasion, they'll just be like, I don't even remember why I watched this guy. Like I remember someone or two just saying that, like, just with such a negative connotation. It's just like, damn, like, jeez, I'm sorry that you watched me, and now you just don't, and now you just like feel stupid for watching me. Like, I've had people actually say that on streams, and it's just like really just so out of place, to be honest. Just like, damn, I'm just trying to play Minecraft right now. It's just like, bro, I don't know. Sometimes I really do take a lot of things to heart. You know, I try and do like a silly personality a lot of the time, and you know, there'll be people who will watch videos that are not familiar with you at all, just thinking that it's just gonna be like an average person, and you know, it's like they watch and it's just like they don't the humor just does not go. Shut up. The humor just does not go with them at all. And they'll just be like, man, the fucking stupid video. It's just like, man, I'm just trying to have fun, you know? But there's just something that comes with it. Like, if you want to just do what I do, and basically what that means is just record videos for fun and not have a worry in the world, because, you know, me specifically, like, I don't have anybody who watches my videos, and that has always been a very much of a godsend. Like, and no people watching my videos is like the least stressful thing ever. I feel like, you know, as much as like a great thing it would be to have a lot of people watch my videos any time I uploaded, you know, it'd be a lot of pressure, because like I would be, you know, trying to appeal to everybody, and I would just be so probably zany, or there'd be times when I'd just be like, man, I just don't want to say anything stupid or embarrass myself, you know? So it's just like, you know, I would just like force myself to be careful for like no good reason. But, you know, I guess I do want to talk about kind of a big reason as to why I sit down and I do YouTube in general. And you know, there's always like people who will try and have like the best intentions of saying this. And I'll be the first to admit, like, I have earned money from YouTube, you know, and that makes me happy. Like, I occasionally do check the earnings tab, and I'm like, yeah, like 3 cents yesterday, like a new record. And it's like, you know, it's very cool to watch it go up, to meet the payment threshold, which takes like half a year pretty much. And to get an extra $100 for playing video games specifically for my main channel. But, you know, that's not the entire point, obviously. I just really enjoy sitting down, just recording content for people to probably come by. And, you know, if it gains any traction, that's cool. My main channel and Gary Fur, and really just pretty much all the channels to extent, have some type of degree of me recording content with people watching it in mind. You know, like, I try and, you know, make videos as entertaining as I can when I'm able to. And by when I'm able to is like, you know, sometimes there'll be like my family being home. It's just like, I hate doing videos when my family's home, so like I'll have to be quiet. And that's really annoying, obviously. That's really just annoying to deal with. And, you know, there's just sometimes when I am up for recording videos when some people are home, you know, at my house. And, you know, it's just like, I don't like being hurt, but like when I'm able to just like do videos in that kind of position, it makes me feel like, man, I just such a boring fucking video. But like, on the other hand, it's just like, you know, I just want to record this video that I've been wanting to do for like a while. And like in like the last couple of days, this past week, I was able to do video on my main channel with Mario Kart, and I was able to do video on my fifth channel where I was able to do like a little short story where I talked about the experience of like almost being like possibly kidnapped, and, you know, just stuff like that. You know, it's not videos like these where I'm able to just talk at a normal volume that I'm comfortable with, and, you know, not have to worry about being heard, because that has always been a huge aspect with me and doing videos. I've always felt extremely embarrassed when like my family has been home and I've been talking like at this volume, like a normal volume, but then like unknowingly one of them, like, because my room isn't like the average room. My room is the basement. I know, I'm such a basement dweller. I live in my mom's basement. Like, shut up. But like, I don't have a door in my, in my room. I don't. So I had to rely on like the buffering time from someone starting to walk downstairs to the bottom of the stairs as like that's the person knocking and coming in. That's the only time I have to do anything. I do technically have a room on the topmost floor, but like I just never used it. I just cause like all the gaming stuff in the house is down here, and I basically migrated slowly down here, so I just never really had like the full experience of like having a personal room pretty much. So it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it was. So yeah, that's why things are like that. But yeah, I just enjoy it. I also have wanted to say for this entire video, another reason, I pretty much, enjoy looking back at my videos. I think this is the biggest reason for pretty much all the channels as to why I want to record for all of them so much. Like all the gear channels, Nerdvibed, FGC, when that's a thing, Shumgoons, any other channel that has existed in the past and will ever exist in the future that I am a part of. I always want to try and record as much as possible when, we do something, or I do something for a channel where, I can just look back on it. Like, doing videos is fun, and I don't do videos specifically for the hell of it. Like, if it was up to me, if I lived alone, I would have a lot more videos that I would just be doing. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. Because that would just be a lot more of a free time kind of thing. And I do have a lot of free time just in general. So I would be able to do a lot more stuff. But also just in general, to look back on videos would be very cool. And I already do that so much of the time anyways, where I'm able to just kind of go back to like my oldest videos and be like, oh, I remember like doing that, or like I remember what I was going through at the time, or just like what life was like at that other time too. It's just like that's the great thing about videos. Like, everyone has videos saved on their phone of like a very special memory, and to me it's like I have that, but with YouTube I just I don't see any other reason to kind of just be like, yeah, like doing, YouTube is pointless. Like I just completely love and enjoy being able to have the ability to do this, and also have the ability to look back on. Like I said, it's basically like having a storage of memories. I enjoy looking back at FGC and Nerdvibed and a couple of other of my gear channel videos, because like it's just fun to kind of look back. And I know there's like a stigma with people watching their own videos and people laughing at their own videos, but like I sincerely, I will admit it, I enjoy so much going back and just watching videos like that I've done in the past. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like it's really just cool and interesting just to kind of just look back at the things I've done and just be able to be like, oh yeah, that was a fun day. That was like a fun time period, especially with like FTC. When that first started, back in 2019, it was like one of the best times of my life. I really enjoyed it so much, and I'm so fortunate that I have a good chunk of the times I hung out with my friends at that time. During that time, just like recorded essentially. and that's really all there is to it. That's like the biggest reason why I enjoy like doing videos, why it's like my main hobby. Um, Even for like my gaming channel, which at the moment doesn't really have any commentary. It should soon in the future, hopefully. But even that channel, it's like I enjoy just kind of like going back to some of those videos, not as much as like the other channels, but just like to look back at like my past gaming experiences is kind of the same thing, because I feel that's also interesting just to go back and just see like what games I played in the past and just be like, yeah, I remember screwing that part up. Just that kind of stuff, Um, so yeah, it's essentially, like I said, just the biggest reason is the two biggest reasons as to why I enjoy doing YouTube is really just it's just fun to do. Like in the moment, it's really fun to do always. You just sit down, play a game, act stupid, act silly. It's better with friends. It's less awkward and less tiring with friends there, because when I'm alone like this, my voice is tired and gets like dehydrated, and that sucks. That's really fucking annoying sometimes. But when friends are there, it's even better, because that's basically extra memories for people who are part of it as well. So yeah, I just enjoy it. Um so yeah, I went off on a whole tangent on this video. I wanted to do a video like this for a long time because you know excuse me, I know like doing YouTube is just so associated with like acting a certain way and trying to present yourself in a certain way to appeal to like audiences, and that's fine and all. If you want to do YouTube for possibly having a future, like so many people will tell you like that's a stupid idea, like there's already so many people doing it, like that's just kind of a dumb way to look at it. Like I would say my twist on it is, if you really want to do YouTube and pursue YouTube and possibly gain from it, go for it, for sure. Because like you have nothing to lose. Like if it doesn't work out, fucking whatever. Don't beat yourself up over it. I know like if like I've had this thought process before, like if you're like relatively older, more experienced, I'm in my 20s, you see creators who are younger than you who get like way more successful than you without even trying, and just like other content creators on other platforms who do the dumbest content imaginable, and you see it and you're just like, man, like what am I doing wrong? Like it just, you stop beating yourself up. That's also something you shouldn't do. You should not compare yourself to others at all either. That's just, it's a recipe for disaster. I've already been there multiple times. That's a video for another day. To be honest, just seeing like my YouTube friends in particular, who I used to talk to. I don't really have any YouTube friends anymore, unfortunately, because we all kind of just drifted apart. I just kind of mostly drifted apart from them, unfortunately. But I used to just see like my YouTube friends, mutuals who did YouTube, just grow, just so popular. It just get like thousands and thousands of subs, and I was just like sitting there with like 2,000, less than that, always just like looking at them like when is it gonna be my turn? Like like is it just like a me problem? And I guess to an extent it might be, but like shit, man, I don't know. It's just, don't compare yourself to others. And another big thing that I don't remember if I have said, just have fun with it. If it doesn't pan out as like a career choice, which that should not be the main reason why you do YouTube, by the way, but it's not the worst thing imaginable. Like, if you want to do YouTube as a career, that's fine in itself, but like, you should also have fun with it. You know, you shouldn't just do YouTube for the sake of like, oh, I can earn money with this. It's a very grueling process sometimes to, you know, it's not like grueling as in like you will hurt, you know, you'll get hurt. It's just like it does take a toll on you all the time. I've gone through moments where I was like dreading doing videos because of like how long it would take a lot of the time, and not long, it's just like you get burnt out is what I mean. I was not using the right words there at all. I was using the dumbest words imaginable. But you know, I think that's really all I have to say about that. You know, if anybody has any input on this video, feel free to comment. You know, if you do YouTube, then best of luck to you. I think it's very cool that, you know, you also have a hobby that you like to pursue, and you know, I think more people should pursue doing YouTube, even though it is a saturated market. Technically speaking, like, doing YouTube is very fun, and I don't regret doing YouTube at all, in the slightest. And I have many years left in the tank. So, yeah. I think that's really about it. That's really all I have to say. So, I guess with that, you know, that'll pretty much do it. If you guys enjoyed this video of me rambling about YouTube and all that, you know, like the video. I would really greatly appreciate it. We've got the classic YouTube for Minecraft YouTube thumbnail right here. But yeah, thank you for watching if you watched this far. I will see you guys next video for all these channels, and yeah, that's going to do it. I'm going to get a drink now because I'm very dehydrated. Oh my god, I hurt. I'm very much hurting.